Our text will be found, as I have already read to you this morning, from 2 Timothy, looking at 2 different chapters in this book. Now, as you contemplate 2 Timothy with me, we ought to take a brief pause to consider that all our texts on motherhood have been drawn from this portion of Scripture over the last 4 years. This portion of Scripture dealing with the church and its organization. 1 Timothy, 2 Timothy, and Titus, we call them the pastoral epistles because they deal with the church and its organization. I think that we should make a conclusion from this phenomenon. Motherhood and the church go hand in hand. Motherhood and the church go hand in hand. The church must be concerned with its female members being established in distinctively Christian manners within their function under God. Now, this conclusion is in perfect agreement with the beginning of Titus 2. We looked at Titus 2 last year, I believe. And in Titus 2, Paul laid out how the Christian faith manifests itself in very specific gender-oriented roles. Paul told Titus in Titus 2 verse 1, "But as for you, speak the things which are fitting for sound doctrine." This can mean nothing less than that part of the church's sound doctrine is related to gender-defined and gender-specific behavior. In other words, if you're a man or woman of God this morning, the Bible and the Scriptures have specific details on how it expects you to conduct yourself and what it expects you to focus upon. Now, some people, even within the church, may label this type of thinking and teaching as traditionalistic, narrow-minded, or old-fashioned. But what can't be denied is that it is not unbiblical. People who want to embrace a non-binary approach to gender and its consequences cannot also embrace the Bible. Either gender is set by God or gender is fluid. You can't have them both. Now, I don't want to imply that I hate those who believe and adhere to gender fluidity, because I do not. I will not advocate against them being treated humanely. I will not support them being shouted down in the marketplace of ideas. However, I will not agree with them or fail to resist the attempts of those who want to quiet my disagreement and treat me inhumanely because my biblical ideas are not theirs. The fact of the matter is, saints, is that we need to affirm this reality more and more in our present culture, not less. This is not the time to be quiet on gender and its consequences. It is time to trumpet what the Bible affirms more and more. It is especially because of the belief in gender fluidity and gender dysphoria that has come to define American thought that we need to speak out and defend the truth of gender difference and creational gender all the more. We as Christians tie gender to creation and not assignment or choice. Amen. People need our help, church. They need to be pointed to the one place that can undo their confusion and solidify them in their gender responsibilities. We need to present the truth of God as the only alternative and the only means to take people who are confused about their gender and solidify them in a God-ordained, God-created gender.